Jamie Foxx as Spawn? What could possibly go wrong? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm Robert Storms. If you're finding me for the very first time, be sure to click that subscribe button. I upload videos daily. So it's being reported that Jamie Foxx has been offered the role of Spawn in the upcoming Spawn film. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the character, Todd McFarlane created the character back in the 90s when he kind of split from Marvel, and they did a movie before, and the movie was god-awful. Some people actually like it. It was actually pretty cool for the time, but now you go back and you look at that movie, it just looks god-awful. Well, now Todd McFarlane has been trying to get this new Spawn movie off the ground for several years, and now it looks like he might be getting closer, because now Jamie Foxx has reported that he is in talks. Nothing is signed yet, and he expressed interest in playing Spawn. Now, a few concerns hit me automatically about this movie. One, I'm not really concerned about Jamie Foxx playing Spawn, because Jamie Foxx is a really good actor. He won an Oscar, and he's been in some really good films. But when you look at something like Amazing Spider-Man, I'm afraid that maybe Jamie Foxx just don't take these comic book roles seriously, because he took a character like Electro, which could have been a great serious character in Amazing Spider-Man, and he really cheesed it up, really made it feel like Batman and Robin, which really upset me because I really loved that film, but everything with Jamie Foxx in that movie is just god-awful. And not only that, when you look at something like Baby Driver that he was in last year, most of his stuff is really over the top. Sometimes Jamie Foxx doesn't know when to dial it down. He kind of really cheese stuff up sometimes, and he really takes stuff that's like should be a 5, and he dials that damn thing up to a 10 and just goes overboard. And that's what I'm afraid of. And that is not what I want. With comic book movies today, so many of them are taken real seriously, and I want to see a serious Spawn film. And I hope that if Jamie Foxx does sign on to do this movie, I hope he really takes the character seriously and doesn't try to cheese it up like he did with Electro. Now, this upcoming Spawn movie is going to be produced by Blumhouse Production, which is a really great production company, because they take these movies, these small horror movies, and they make them really cheap, and they put out a great product, and they usually get triple their amount of money back. Films like Get Out, Split, a lot of these movies they make on a super cheap and they blow up really big. If they can make a super cheap Spawn movie, which looks like it has a high production level, and really concentrate on the story of that character, it might actually turn out great. And it might be something that other superhero films could do, because you don't have to spend $150 million to make a superhero film. So I like the fact that Blumhouse is attached to this movie. However, the problem is the director. Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, will be directing this upcoming Spawn film. And you may be thinking, why is that a problem? Well, it's a problem because he is a comic book writer and creator. He has never directed films, never produced films. He doesn't know the first thing about the film industry. That's the main reason why I tell everybody that Geoff Johns shouldn't have anything to do with the DCEU, because Geoff Johns is a comic book creator. He is not a director or producer. A good example of this is when Frank Miller directed The Spirit. That movie was god-awful. You cannot take someone who has never directed a movie before and let them direct the movie and think it's going to turn out good. Maybe you can catch lightning in a bottle, but right now the number one thing that scares me about this upcoming Spawn movie is the fact that Todd McFarlane is going to direct it. The man has never directed anything in his life, and he's going to direct this movie. I'm all for Todd McFarlane actually writing the script for the movie, because he's the guy who created the character. He should write the script. But why is he going to direct this film? That scares the living shit of me. Has he ever worked with actors before? All in all, Jamie Foxx has come out and said he is in fact in talks to play Spawn in the upcoming Spawn film, but that's really going to matter on whether or not this movie gets off the ground quickly. Blumhouse is attached, so is Todd McFarlane, but I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about Jamie Foxx playing the Spawn character? Are you cool with that? How do you feel about Todd McFarlane directing the film? Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Until next time, guys, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.